God damn it. Buzz, buzz.
There's Darian.
Yes,
Oh.
Harshavant is currently being reckless with his life, as is
I heard.
Being reckless.
He is on Warrior, and he is pulling multiple things to enter, release, and decimate spam. When his healer is only half paying attention to what's going on around him.
Sounds fun.
Indeed.
Boop 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 boop. As things begin, as I'm.
It's good to
adding...
have Lugar around again because I missed his text sass.
I like text sass.
It's what Luke is a master of.
I used to be pretty good at it too.
Oh, who's back? Lodo has returned to us. That's good. Fucking hell. Okay. Just adding new songs to the soundtrack list real quickly before things get started.
Woo! New music.
Trying to just pull from, you know, not copyrighted shit so we don't have the situation that happened the last time where you got part of the stream muted.
Not such a huge deal.
That's no good.
I don't know, I'm still cackling over the child leash from yesterday. That was pretty funny.
Found a song called Industrious Ferret. I'm adding that to the list.
That name alone is amazing.
I found Iron Bacon and Iron Horse. Wait, no, I've been through this. Need to go deeper into the thing for the musics. One or two, no, I'll grab two more, then I'll get things started. Bar. Oh, I need that one, because that was in the Nest video. Okay. Okay, that'll do. Okay, so let's get back up to things and stuff. We need some music to start things out. Where is it? Where did it go? Was it this one? That sounds about right. We're gonna go with that one. So, let us begin things for episode 26 of Elemental Odyssey.
Dun, dun.
Yeah, when last we left our heroes, they had, for the most part, just finished interacting with Professor Dr. Yanis, and leaving the Sky Lagoon labs. Along the way, they passed by one of his assistants who was going very Mega Man X2 on a bunch of attacking terrorists in the second floor with what items he called his red mittens of destruction. And he seemed to be fine as he was just blasting away. So you guys let him handle it.
Yep.
After that, you started making your way back to your party bus. As it had turned out that by some technomancy shenanigans on the part of well, I say technomancy. He had a technomancy-based scroll for casting Speak with Dead and one for Zone of Truth. Used those on the dead guy who was faking to be his assistant, Tom, by way of plugging his robot brain into a computer. Because this is stuff that can happen. Don't worry about it. And you learned what seems to be the location of an important meeting point, which Jonna, in return, recognized as, hey, wait a minute, that's next to that one magic shop I picked up earlier.
Interesting troubles.
Thinking emoji.
Pretty much. So on your way back to the bus, head out that way. With Scar wearing his snazzy new paladin hat. And Padma having a lightning beam saber in her pocket.
Yay, beam sabers.
I still have no idea what the full capacity of it is yet. I'll be honest, I keep forgetting to work on that. But yes. On your way back, at around the same spot where you'd dealt with those assholes and found a bunch of them were just, generic robots and not the sentient talking robots like everyone else important in this fucking town. You bumbled your way across some more of the terrorist crew from the building that blew up earlier. After rather rapidly dealing with them and then discovering a half-drow woman who was fighting one of them who turned out to be someone that Arvin knew. She was identified as Evelyn, as all y'all really just shat on this one dude who was trying to get the hell away. He had such a bad time. He was restrained and pinned prone on the ground and couldn't get up. And then when he tried to get up, he provoked an attack of opportunity and Fenless decapitated him.
Yep.
Just doing what I do.
Yeah, kill stealing. Anyway. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yes.
Slightly.
It's the power of the moon.
Vaguely. Anyway. After that was dealt with, Evelyn, after having a rather interesting reaction to seeing Arvin in a state of relatively unharmed continued existence, and also slapping him. And then Schrodinger slapping Jinx. We haven't decided on that. I mean, Doc Shakyo. Like, that's still up in the air. So you're in a state of both slapped and unslapped by that particular lady. Because I can't decide if it's funny or either way. So, just leave it there.
I would say he got slapped because he'd have it coming.
All right, you invoked it. You have one additional slap on your counter of being slapped. But yes, she mentioned that she was looking for Arvin to ask if he'd seen someone in particular she was looking for. But, well, turns out he hadn't because, well, he's been bumming around with you guys, so... She started to leave, doubled back, gave him a duffel bag of stuff, and then just left. Well, he was still, kind of blue screen of deathing, because what do, how, why did she kiss me, what?
Slap me, I thought.
She kissed him, she slapped him, then kissed him. Because she had a very interesting series of reactions to him.
Padma, do you have strange taste in women?
Well, after this much, he was blue screening, and she had to, tug on his ears to get him to snap out of it.
Doesn't change the fact that he has strange taste in women.
Arvin.exe still not working.
Well, it was working by the time you guys made it back to your bus, where indeed all your stuff was, and people had tried to break into the bus or even just slash your tires, but you have a tank bus, so it didn't really work. It's great because being stranded in a city full of, violent terrorists shooting at people, yeah, that'd be kind of bad.
That sounds like a great party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, until all the bullets in the city are aimed at you.
I've been knocked out a couple times already. What's one more?
Thinking emoji.
The DM will remember this.
In this case, probably not, because I have other things to do to you. Anyway. You guys had started on your way back when we left off last week, because I thought I had more notes. I did not. So due to technical difficulties, we have resumed from the last pause. As Scar is driving the party bus through town towards the... if you zoom out and look down, it's a purple square on the bottom right.
And I'm just sitting there mildly smirking at Arvin as he's still half broken.
No, he snapped out of it by now.
Oh, that purple square. I was like, I only see a red square, then I zoomed out more.
Mm-hmm.
So what did she give you, Arvin? Assuming he's looking through the bag at this point.
Oh, yeah. He's, Oh, right. I should... At that point, he actually unzips it back because he'd forgotten it was just sitting on his lap.
Amused smirk.
You feel the air around you get a little colder.
Boys.
No, only on Jinx. Only Shakyo feels this.
Boys.
It just gets
Boots of
colder.
Re-
Arvin does nothing else.
Boots of Red Rogue, I feel nothing.
You can tell it's colder. It may not bother you as much, but you can tell it's colder. He's also very pointedly not looking at you as he unzips the bag and starts rifling through it. First thing you see him pull out is a small scabbard that has a knife in it. He just tucks that into his belt. Then he's like digging through the bag a little bit more, and then wait a minute. He turns something over and looks a little closer. Oh. Well, excuse me, despite it being a bad idea to get up on a moving vehicle, he heads for the bathroom on the bus real quickly with the bag in hand.
Heh.
No. All of you know. You're all wrong on so many levels. I'm offended and sickened.
I had a joke prepared, but I was like, no, I'm gonna let that one go.
No. No, and more no.
I'm content with heh.
Your head is what triggered that, you little fuck. By the way, make a wisdom saving throw, Jonna.
Oh,
Yay.
shit.
I remember what this is. Nope. I don't know shit.
Yeah, okay.
Secret things.
Yeah, for the most part. Jonna, you hear an eerily familiar voice again. I say again because I can't remember if I've done this to you before, so I'm assuming I have, because it sounds like a thing I did before.
You've done this before, that's why
Okay.
I knew what you were making me roll for.
You just hear, again, an eerily familiar voice just say, "Leave the city."
I'm okay then.
Nah.
Do you try to respond to the voice you hear in your mind in any way?
Yeah, I just say, nah. I've always been told not to listen to the voices in my head.
You hear the voice again. "I'm serious. Get out of that vehicle and leave the city now."
Why?
It's not safe there for you.
To be fair, nowhere really is.
That is certifiably false.
See, leaving the vehicle and then leaving the city would be getting out of a tank into a war zone and walking alone through a war zone. Let's not do that.
I know you're smarter than this, dear sister.
Oh, hello.
Oh boy.
I know in character I can't hear this, but oh boy.
Yeah, this is an entirely mental conversation.
Out of character, it's like popcorn.
Yeah.
Popcorn.
We're sorry, John is no longer responding to this. You have broken the brain. Wait, what? Great, now you're haunting me too.
One cannot haunt if one never died.
Not sure how to respond to this, actually.
Make another wisdom saving throw.
Frickin' X-Files. Goddamn it, Snack.
Yeah, make another wisdom save.
That's better.
Can't tell you where to go if I don't know where you are.
In places, doing things.
Being a murder hobo.
That was in character, by the way, Rune.
I know. I was chewing my pizza. Why would my dead but apparently not brother want to know where I am and tell me where to go?
So I can get you to safety.
Define safety.
Doesn't say doubt.
I've lost the ability to know what that word means at this point.
Not in the middle of a powder keg full of psychotic, racist, terrorist robots.
Touche. So, this does beg the question. Why wait till now specifically to even tell me that you weren't dead?
Listen, do you have any idea how hard you made yourself to find?
Gee, I can't imagine why.
Well, you've done a good job if your own brother couldn't keep up. At least you left enough of a trail because, well, you're always kind of obvious in your hiding spots.
To be
There's
fair,
usually-
just follow the explosions. You'll
I was
usually
gonna say, to be
find
fair, there's probably a lot of soot and ash following her.
Along with a crater or two.
100.
Regardless,
Very
I have...
well. I guess I will allow him to know where I am. Because even if it is a trap, I'll just blow it up and move on. But
It's a very good thing you allowed that, because you did the thing again. Alright. I need to move you guys, because this is happening while you're still in transit. If you get out now and go back to the train tracks and then head towards the nearest exit from there, I have a man waiting to get you out of that city.
Oh, he's one of those people.
I wouldn't send him if I didn't trust him.
Well, I do know where the party is going, so if this ends up being a trap, I can just blow it up and go meet them. If it's not a trap, then interesting things are going to happen.
Is at this point, Arvin comes back out. He is wearing an entirely different outfit. It looks similar to his old one, but it's styled more like the outfit of, more obviously styled like the outfit of, that Evelyn was wearing.
Ooh, wardrobe update. How nice.
Yeah, she was, one thing she was good at was enchanting. Very good.
Well, it seems I have some personal business to attend to. I shall return shortly.
Personal business?
Don't worry about it. If it's what I think it is, I'll just blow it up and move on. If it's what it might be, well, I don't know then.
You want some backup, perhaps?
That would actually probably be a bad idea.
Given your type of magic, I'll take your word on that.
In your head, Johnny, here, it wouldn't matter. They'll die soon anyway.
If you start hearing random explosions, it means it's what I thought it was.
Noted.
This is just the mental to the quote-unquote brother. I don't know, you'd be surprised. These are some rather tough little murder bots.
I know. I might have seen them before.
Oh, lovely.
Get out of character. What?
Lovely!
Excuse?
I'm having fun with this.
I believe you've cackled more in the last 30 seconds than we
Yep.
have in like the past month.
Right?
Easily. Well, then I guess I will follow the instructions of the voice in my head and go see what's up.
At this point, Arvin asks, do you know where about you're meeting this business at? Because I assume they're talking to you.
Over here at the gate. Just point in the direction of where I'm supposed to be going.
Arvin looks out the bus
Which I'm
window.
guessing is right over here.
Right over where?
Right over there.
Yeah. Hi, Cal.
I was making foods.
Don't worry about it. Some Jana stuff is
Interesting
happening.
things is happening.
I'll catch you up in a second. You see Arvin like kind of look at the armor he's wearing and like brush one of the symbols which sort of glows for a moment. Need a lift?
Nah, I'm good.
You sure?
I'm sure.
What kind of enchantments does that armor have?
Defensive ones. But given my own experience with voices in heads telling you to go places, I'm sorry if I'm going to have to be a bit budgy in on your business, Jana.
Suit yourself.
That's good. He puts his hand on the shoulder and dimension doors out of the bus.
Oh shit.
Poof.
And boom, you guys are now, I think, the max range on dimension door is 500 feet?
I think I remember you saying that, yeah.
Yeah, 500 feet. So you're now 500 feet closer to the exit and away from the party with Arvin.
That was unnecessary.
Oh, well, at least their voices in their heads aren't fucking trolls.
That we know of.
That remains to be seen. Actually,
Yes.
I think it was religion to talk to my hand.
Yeah.
I've heard of making other people talk to the hand, but you're talking to your own hand?
Well,
he
the
has
god
a-
of knowledge is in my hand, so yes.
He has a speed dial for the goddess of knowledge on a sigil on his hand, on her hand.
Oh,
That was deliberately put there. It takes a moment, but you hear it sounds a lot similar to someone picking up a phone call to you, but it's completely inside your head. Yes.
Question.
Yes.
Aside from you, is the other voice in my head actually not trying to kill me?
You
Yes,
feel
I
that
know
like
I worded that strangely.
no, you feel that like that offended like gas face or someone puts their hand on their chest, just like oh, like expression. You just feel that expression come through the line from this goddess to you.
Oh boy.
I am not trying to kill you.
I said the other voice in my head.
Oh.
One
Sorry, I
claiming
was
to be
yelling
my-
a bit and beating on some metal. My ears are ringing a bit.
The one claiming to be my dead brother.
One moment, you again. It sounds like someone just like muffling down like a headset or something. I hear some like shouting, like someone's over their shoulder talking to someone else. And then after a moment, what's your brother's name?
Jonah.
There's another pause. By all accounts, he was simply missing, not dead.
I see. Interesting.
Though I couldn't tell you where he's been. Not as if I keep tabs on everything every mortal does. I'm not the goddess of stalking.
Who's the goddess of stalking now?
John is using her call a goddess phone line to talk to the goddess of knowledge. She's like, I'm not the goddess of knowledge, not the goddess of stalking. I don't keep tabs on every mortal ever.
Interesting, and there are no other reports of activity since his supposed disappearance.
You hear it sounds like someone like holding the phone with their shoulder and like shuffling through papers. Last I have is a year after you left your village. For him.
So he wasn't dead.
No, and even then it was just a cursory thing from, well, one of Caius's little cronies passing through an area and noting several mortals he saw near a death.
I go to take my painkillers and my Q pops.
Rip.
Interesting. Thank you for the information. This should prove quite enjoyable.
Well, you'll certainly get to find out. And then you feel like that connection just sort of like hang up, click.
Hang up the hand phone.
Since they still got a fair distance to go, let's move them there. I'm going to need to grab something. Erg.
As I drown myself to appease the Q gods.
Twin place. Where the fuck is this thing? Oh god damn it, that's gonna be really annoying. Roll 20, why you gotta do this to me? Now there's just a little thing on the GM like HUD that says, oh, duplicate this page, and like, no, I don't want to duplicate a map, and it won't go away.
Be gone,
well.
thought!
For much. Yeah, I have no idea how the fuck to get rid of it. Say that one for later. I need to use this one for now. Okay. Back to here. That's doop doop. Doop doop. Boop doop. Copy this and okay. So we're gonna resolve this little side plot thing here real quick. Don't worry about it. And don't mind the fact that this map probably looks familiar, or well, it will look familiar once
Shoot him
I.
in the face, he slows down.
Okay, just some very violent commentary.
It's towards Karina.
I know. But anyways, after your little chat, you find that
He's not gonna do it again.
that along the current path you're taking towards that little exit towards the train station, surprisingly void of anything besides, hastily vacated vehicles and, sealed up buildings. You can kind of see what looks like a police, edge of town blockade on one of the streets, but it's far enough away that you just sort of go a different direction. No, we're not following the bus right now, Rin.
That's
Oh.
Sneck.
Oh,
No,
that was me.
that was
Okay.
Bri. Yeah.
I took my headset off for like 2 minutes, so I couldn't hear anything.
Ah. Well, I'm going to borrow a token from the world map real quick for you guys. So we're just going to follow a little side plot here real quick, and you guys were about here-ish when you teleported out the bus, and you go around the buildings and get down to roughly here-ish, like the edge of the train path out of town. You see roll perception. Just Jonna. You spot behind a building someone waving you over. Just a single hand coming out, waving towards you. After a moment, their head pokes around, and then they beckon again, and they tap on their watch like they are on a timetable.
Very well, let us see what he wants.
Indeed. As you approach, you hear in your head, follow him to the edge of the tracks.
Fall into the edge of the track?
Follow him to the edge of the tracks.
Okay.
Which isn't hard. He ducks close to them, but eventually you get out to about just outside the walls, here-ish. And since I don't have a better map for it, we're just going to borrow this one again. Don't worry about it. I just have your... Oh, it was still on the map. I didn't need to have a second one of it. Let me just delete that. Let me pull your friend who... You never really got that good of a beat on him at first because all you ever saw was his back and he's wearing, dark clothing.
Totally not suspicious at all.
Well, fair. It makes it hard for other people to see him too. And
True.
But he gets a bit ahead of you and you get a better view of him once he... Uh-oh. Who'd we lose?
Lodo.
Oh, we lost Lodo.
I think he's like drunk and conscious.
Well, he
Potentially.
is drunk, but he may not be unconscious
Yeah.
Yet.
yet. Yes.
But let me move him over here. He's a little ways ahead of you when he finally stops and turns around.
Wait a minute. I recognize that token. I was right, wasn't I?
You'll find out. You hear a heavy sigh from the
What troubles you?
He doesn't answer, at least not at first. Instead, he's going to take off his helmet.
Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun.
It's been a long
That is
time,
an
dear
interesting
sister.
case.
He sounds very tired as he greets you. It's been a long time, dear sister.
Moment. It has been many a year. Someone disappeared. There goes Lodo.
Yeah, Lodo's back.
So what would I have to roll to actually be able to recognize him? Given the time gap.
Intelligence with advantage because he is your sibling. He's a lot rougher looking than you last remember seeing him. But you do see a few scars that match up with one of the last views you had of him before, you just turned and ran from your village. And that was someone, it's one scar like right slightly across his right eye, diagonally down underneath his left across his cheek. It's some character stuff happening for Jonna, Lodo. Don't worry about it. Character plot shenaniganry.
Indeed it has.
But
Looked
it's
like hell.
I'd almost say I've been there, but well, I'd be dead if I had.
Not.
I was rather concerned when you started blowing up that bus. Was that you? It sounded like one of your spells.
Haven't blown up anything yet today.
No. I mean, at that, the ruin, the domain of crap or whatever.
Oh yes, that was definitely me.
Had to be very quick getting out of there.
Well, to be fair, if you hadn't run, I wouldn't have tried to blow it up. Despite my proclivity for explosions, I do know how to negotiate with people who have masks on.
Well, after seeing what the rest of those, he like sort of pauses, now actually taking note of the fact that Arvin's like
Can I
standing.
have someone else with me?
Yeah. Actually, that's a little too close. Arvin should be like about a step behind you on that. Thank you. Others felt it necessary to get out of there.
insisted. He's a very nosy little whatever he is.
Tiefling.
I didn't mean race, I meant whatever he does for, like,
Oh.
whatever. Uh,
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
would
okay.
know what a tiefling is.
I thought you didn't know what race he was, so I had clarified. Because, like, that's the thing. Like, it hasn't. Actually, no. Yeah, it had come up yesterday. So I mentioned he was making confused tiefling noises last week. Words are hard.
Yes, they are.
Hmm?
Da-da-da.
Why the secrecy, though? I have to ask.
Well, I'm the only one who had to hide all these years. In truth, I thought when a few of them got past me and I barely escaped alive, that they'd found you.
Oh, no.
Wasn't
I did
until
just
about
finish blowing up their god, though. It was quite enjoyable.
he's looking at you in a state of confusion. Like, not a confusion of what the fuck did you say, but confusion is why would you do that kind of confusion. Their god?
Yes. The queen bitch herself. I blew her up.
Repeatedly.
She got better.
No. You think their god was her?
Your brother's gone psycho. Dimension door back.
No. Oh no, dear sister. There was never any god involved with what happened to you.
Go on.
That...
There's too many dear sisters. I don't trust him.
Precisely why I did a range check on his current location.
I thought about that. No. No, she was... She was not even aware of that village. She's not aware of the so-called priest who had you tied in the center of town and beaten with stones.
Speaking of which, is he dead yet?
Quite. I made sure of it.
I see.
We're dealing with a necromancer.
But there's... It's still not so simple. They do not worship a god in our hometown, Jana. They worshipped a demon.
Called it. Out of character called it. But
Yeah, I saw you tied the run as I said it, like, good work.
Still too many dear sisters for me to like this guy.
Well, to be fair, he did dive face first into a cult and somehow fought his way out alive. He's going to be a little loopy from it.
This is
Among
more
other
than a
things.
little loopy.
We'll see. Don't
They
worry.
to be
update your
fair-
tablet. Mm-hmm.
He's also very amused right now by this entire situation.
Alright, well then the answer is simple. Which demon?
One moment, I need to double check my notes. Fucking goddamn it! Why'd I have to put this so many fucking folders deep?
Because spoilers.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Who else? The Demon of Night. The Dark Watcher.
Obligatory kill.
What?
No, I said obligatory. I'm in a DPS queue.
Oh,
I didn't actually want your text. That's why I'm like obligatory at the start.
You seem rather amused by this.
I'm amused. You went to lengths to beseech whatever allowed you to rain fire upon that vain cunt. You're not one for tall tales. You never were.
Nope. Though I do suppose I owe an apology now, don't I? Shit. That's gonna be awkward.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
She's a cunt. Fuck her. Don't worry about it.
You feel, John, you feel a concerned tug on the hand with the mark on it. Like it's someone's like trying to pull your arm away.
Has he been possessed by the demon out of character?
No, I'm not telling you.
That's the vibe I'm getting from the tug.
I'm not telling you shit. You gotta figure this out yourself.
I know.
I'm still going.
Genre savvy raiders blaring.
And how would you know all of this, per se?
Where else would I kill him but his own home? Found every little scrap he had. He actually takes a step forward as he says that.
I hope you didn't read any of it. It generally doesn't have a very good effect on somebody.
Wouldn't say read, as well. I'm not quite that versed in the arcane, and I didn't speak whatever language it was written in, nor did I care to learn. But, well, it's hard to mistake tokens and sigils of the Dark Watcher.
Again, I have to ask, how exactly would you know they were sigils of that particular being?
He like puts his hand on his chin. How long was it again after I left that I... Ah, yes. That was it. It's about a year and a half after that fateful day I went back for his head. Wanted to see if I could kill the divine by way of inflicting harm through one of their priests.
It's not quite that simple, believe me. I tried.
Oh, well, I discovered much the same. But along the way I did see a few notes about ones that had been attempted through such methods, and, well, the Dark Watcher was one, because, well, who wouldn't want to be rid of a demon lord?
A fair point.
Because I did at least passingly entertain the thought that maybe her holy bitch tits wasn't quite so petty, and wondered if perhaps something darker was just using her as using her image as, say, a like does the sock puppet hand flapping gesture, little puppet to mask their intent.
No, she's definitely a vain bitch, so...
Well, yes, but if you're going to impersonate a god, why not pick one that's already rude?
True.
Roll perception, Jana.
I don't have the spells for this right now. Oh boy.
It wasn't that high of a DC. You do notice his eyes keep flickering between you and Arvin. Like every so often, he'll just quickly glance at Arvin for a second, then back at you.
There's something wrong.
I was hoping you'd have come alone.
Now, why would I ever do that? I mean,
He looks
the
kind of
voice
hurt.
my supposedly long dead brother freaking just pops into my head one day and tells me to leave everyone behind and walk alone somewhere. Why would I not want backup?
He was holding his arms up like in that non-threatening, like just come on, give me a hug, almost kind of gesture. But then he pauses as you said. He sort of thinks. I actually hadn't thought that far ahead in this plan. That's a good point.
I mean, you have to admit it is rather suspicious. Your manic laughter is not doing much to assuage those concerns.
I'm not here to hurt you.
Didn't say that. Just that you're being very creepy right now.
A lot changes over the years.
I mean, that is true. I wasn't always an obsessive pyromaniac, now was I?
No. As I recall, you learned magic because you wanted to make it snow whenever you wanted.
Yes, well, certain things happen to change one's view of the world.
Death, or perceived death, tends to do that to a person. It ran deeper than just the priest, you know. Well, runs deeper.
I'm sure. How deep into that rabbit hole did you crawl?
One of the few things that wasn't indecipherable gibberish of scrawlings in whatever bullshittery language he used for his notes. Wasn't hard to find something in familiar Elvish script of some of his most trusted enforcers, lieutenants, underlings, whatever. Didn't care to bother to learn what term he used for them.
You didn't find it odd that such a key document among all of the things written in, I'm guessing, demonic, happened to be the only one not written in demonic? As if they intended someone to find it.
I did, but then there was a few others in Elvish, so I was like, maybe the demonic thing was a bit more recent, or he kept different notes for different reasons.
Fending belt or fending belt?
So I didn't bother to pick his brain. I, rather simply liberated his head from his shoulders. But remember that nice couple that ran the bakery?
Yes. I remember most of them.
The butcher, the head of the guards, several of the head guards, chief officers, the school teacher, our parents. They were on the list, along with a great many other familiar adults we all knew.
That's generally how a cult tends to work. Usually, if you do not join it, you are simply removed.
It's funny. Do you know what our parents' role was? What am I saying?
Guess.
Do you know that father is actually a wizard?
That suddenly explain my magical talent.
Powerful one. Oh, wizard's not the most accurate term. The magic literally ran in his blood. It's more a sorcerer.
Implications.
Mm-hmm. Mother kept the mundane side of the charade going. Father was the head of keeping the magical illusions of our home being a little bastion devoted to Arella in all her radiant stupidity.
But why go to such lengths to fool two small children?
Not just us.
It matters not, it's still a valid question. What I know
Probably.
of cults, they tend to indoctrinate at that age and not bother with the charade. So why bother?
If I knew, I would have simply thought about getting the biggest bomb I could, planting it underneath that oh so loathful little stage in the center of town, and seeing our home be nothing more than a smoldering crater.
Oh, I can arrange that on my own.
It won't be enough.
You do not understand. I can arrange that on my own.
It's not enough to purge what they've done.
No, but it's enough to destroy the place.
Demon spawn.
No. There's a better way to pull the weed up by the root.
And what are you getting at?
It was about another year after the lovely preacher became a well, a little limp of foot. God, that was a terrible analogy. Whatever. A different, well-learned man who posited a very interesting question to a colleague of his. What makes a god a god? What makes a demon a demon? What makes the divine or the infernal what they are?
And what was his answer?
His companion didn't give him one, just tented his fingers and had a rather excited grin on his face, and stated he was eager to find out. And it made me think. What does make a god a god? Is it omnipotence? Power? Couldn't say. But as I went down that rabbit hole, I thought of something else.
Okay.
The gods. Oh, well, most of them who bother to look, you would think, should know what happens on our world. Shouldn't they?
I mean, in theory, yes, but even God cannot see all at once. Omnipotence is not strictly a requirement.
But you never think that... Well, it's rather difficult to fool a god unless you're another god. At least that's what most stories I've read have said. There's a good one about a prank that, if you can believe it, Fenris pulled over Arella in one legend I found. I'll have to send you the name of that one again. It's rather fun read. But if the facade for our home was be a bastion of Arella's glory, without actually being a bastion of her glory, how was she not aware of the place? How did she not decide to do anything about someone using her image for whatever ends they had intended?
Perhaps she's just vain enough to not care how it is used so long it is used.
Possibly. But there are more gods than just her. Surely our home can't have escaped all notice. Things came and went. People died. At least one of them would have had to have seen something happening and seen beyond the facade. And yet nothing. We know that they're aware. We have record of them smiting from on high those who have profaned or done something horrible in their name. Their heroic marches, the secondary attempt at those that some dipshit who thought using Fenris as the figurehead for their holy war was a good idea, and then got crushed by a giant fist.
Was
Yes,
John's
but-
brother always this long-winded?
No. Yes, but in each of those instances it was the god involved that did the smiting. As I said, perhaps Arella did not care why her name was used, simply that it was being used. She is that vain, she probably wouldn't care.
Possibly. But well, I feel like if there's one that the rest would step in and bout, it would probably be her, because, well, she's not popular in many of the stories. And I dare to question that if her manner is more befitting a demon, why is she a god? Even the demon of day would be a better fit for a god than her.
Perhaps. But you are rambling.
So I am. Gotten a bit more long-winded since I met my employer.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Who might that be?
Honestly, I'd say he's a rather charming fellow. A bit dour and serious. Surrounds himself with similarly dour folk. He has ever so interesting ideas. even if the wild-born scientist he keeps in his inner circle raises quite a few questions about his eagerness to test anything and everything he gets his grubby little hands on.
That motherfucker gonna die.
That's all well and good. Now, where do I fit into this little plan of yours?
What plan?
You brought me here for a reason. You must have some sort of plan.
What, to get you out of the city? It's simple. It's just, he sort of looks over his shoulder. It looks like he's looking through something a little distance away, but you can't really see what. Well, the escape route I have is only big enough to seat 2, not 3.
And where would that escape route be going?
Little spot about halfway between here and home in Tekna.
For what purpose?
To forge something better for ourselves out of all the trouble we've had.
That'll put you in trouble. Now, I don't know what you wrote
Going to need more than that before I step through some random portal. You understand.
Of course. It's just... He starts tapping his chin again. Not sure how to find the words. There's that one fellow I met. He was always good with words. But, well, he was rather a dickhead, so... No regrets burning that bridge. Ah, what was it? Well, I found a little something. Thought might be useful for making a much more lasting impression on the village, if any can survive it.
And what is a new world if you got a woman?
That's nice.
Out judging how men.
I'm curious.
How does
Have you ever heard of the Lowerberg?
I don't trust that.
I, out of character, can't say that I have, but in character, I have no idea.
If you want to roll, you want to see if you know, roll history. Oh, also, this is how it's spelled.
I said Loa is a type of demon, and Berg means village.
You know, I'm trying to look out for my brother, you know? Because you are born with what you're born.
Well, to answer the question about what you know of the Lowerberg, oh god, no!
So it's like,
To start off with, the Lowerberg is... There's known holy sites for a fair number of the Kinsaran pantheon. But not all of them have been, found, which is confusing given how long the gods have been around, and there's no dedicated site for Aurela, Dulcea, or Valrin. There's no known spot you go to worship them in particular, like there is the Yggdrasil Reef for Vernai or the Spectrum Crystal for Soraya. The Lowerberg is thought to be, well, they're not sure for which of the 7 demon lords it's for, but it's for one of them.
Lovely.
It's supposedly, it's only spoken of in, it's mostly referred to in fiction as something akin to a fortress that can fly through the sky, bringing dark clouds with it.
So it's Evil Howl's moving castle. Closer
to, like, Skeletor's version of Azys Law.
You're saying...
It's considerably more, macabre flying demon castle.
Macabre,
whatever. The buzzing here. No. But by all accounts, the Loberg isn't a real thing. It's just, it's kind of like the hypothetical boogeyman, the shadow to the light of the gods. One of them, anyways. Because that's what the demons are supposed to be. Because they all have a counterpart. All the gods have a demonic counterpart that, well, in some ways is worse, or is typically, a reverse of what the god is meant to be an example for. An example of to use the two most relevant examples, the Demon of Night is just straight up dark is evil. That things in the shadows will kill you, no remorse, and it's fucking terrible. Whereas, and that's in contrast to dark is not evil with Dulcea, and then light is not good as Aurela, because, well, looks like an angel, is an absolute bitch. And then the Demon of Day is a lot like the Daedric Prince Azura from Elder Scrolls, in that fucking smite all the evil in the universe because fuck you and fuck your zombies, you damn necromancer.
Yes, but flying demon fortress followed by black clouds will not belong to the Demon of Day.
No, I'm just using an example of like the duality between.
I'm just pointing out that it would belong to one of the ones you don't want to fuck with.
Yeah. So it's the TLDR. It's a big evil castle that does big evil things, and the fact that he's talking about it raises many a concern. TM.
So as I'm saying this, I'm gonna do something.
Okay.
I have my staff. It has full charges. I could expend 2 charges to cast anything without expending a spell slot. Yay!
Oh.
Oh shit.
I'm not blowing him up.
Are you sure?
I'm not blowing him up yet. Not yet.
I'm
Who are you?
I'm not blowing him up. I'm vaporizing him.
This is either demonically possessed or not actually brother. Because, consorting with demons is a bad thing to do.
I was to say, not blowing him up.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast that on myself, using 2 of my staff charges.
Wait, I thought we couldn't hear him. It's going off. This is a pocket dimension.
It's not a pocket dimension. They're outside of town.
We still can't hear him. We're just commentating on.
Yeah, you guys are just commentating from like back on the bus, because the party bus is still going to where you're supposed to be going. This is just happening as you guys are traveling in a completely different area.
So I'm gonna get one to go against illusions.
Let me see. Illusions, increase failed deception checks or sleight of hand checks against you.
It's like super true sight.
And basically, as my eyes light up, I'm just gonna talk to him for a second.
Okay, what are you saying?
You would consort with demons to fight another demon.
As he says this, as you say this, you look at him, you wash over, there is an illusion on him. It is simply making him look less horribly fucked up than he actually is. There's...
Hang on, they've been sitting in gridlock in this camp for who knows.
Cal!
Maybe now, not
Why?
We can hear it.
Your TV was
Oop, my bad.
through your mic. Yeah, that's why I was like, Cal.
It is a very, very nifty spell. I'm not gonna lie, Lodo.
Yeah, but
you can only pick one of them though. You only hit one of them. You can only pick one of them per cast though. But yes.
Yeah.
Increase crit threat by 1.
Yeah, the only other way to increase your crit range is to be pick a Hex Blade or be a champion subclass fighter. Anyway, he looks, well, his left ear is like slightly missing part of the tip. Like it's just straight up gone in actuality. There's several more scars on his face, a few coming up from like the collar of his shirt up. He looks a lot more tired. And you're now more acutely aware that, because you didn't see a weapon on him before. You now understand why. They are illusions to be invisible. He has a great sword and at least 2 guns on his belt. But it's still him. The illusion was just making him look less like fucked.
Death.
He doesn't quite look like he's at death's door.
It doesn't match. Like, you've heard, like, what happens when people do, like, either, you know, start snorting, like, Kansaran space drugs, which there are Kansaran space drugs, by the way.
Why wouldn't there be Kansaran space drugs?
Yeah, they're exactly as terrible as you think. But they don't look like anything like that, except maybe Dark Rust. Maybe.
Does he look like he should actually be dead right now?
No, he looks about like he's been awake for 2 weeks straight without sleep and has just been doing stuff, and like he's seen a lot of fucking fights.
So basically at death's door, but not dead.
Yeah, like
He's fucked up, fam.
yeah, it's pretty bad how fucked up he is. Like, but also he doesn't look like typical, because consorting with most demons does have like an actual physical effect on some people.
I know how you say some.
It's more pronounced in people who are magically attuned than it is in people who aren't. And it's, to your knowledge, there is no demon that like causes scars to appear and people to look tired as like signs of you actively trying to like channel their power like a paladin would AM gods. So he just looks like a tired, older, fucked up version of your brother.
Brother dear, what rabbit hole did you fall into?
One that led me through a circus, believe it or not.
Why?
At this point, Arvenig actually turns up a circus.
Out of character, okay, Molly Mock.
You fucking wish, scrub. You fucking wish.
I don't understand.
Well, it's rather hard to, you know, keep eating for a long stretch of time with only a small, well, not all that small, but a moderately sized coin purse that does eventually run dry when you don't have a means to replenish it. So I went for a little bit more gainful employment for a little while. Even if said gainful employment involved a lot of strong manning, juggling, a little bit of acrobatics.
I'm in the middle of a cat pile!
Also, 2 very, very annoying redheads.
The plot thickens.
Excuse?
Ah yes, annoying redheads. Had my share of those.
You were in their
Were
company
yours,
for a while.
Were yours twins?
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
You've met them.
Indeed, I have.
All Arius had to do was keep an eye on you. not fuck it up before I got there with extraction. But no, of course it all goes wrong because you can't trust him with any plan.
I got killed to the entanglement again.
You.
And I'm in another cat pile!
Honestly.
By chance, do you mean the idiot who tried to kidnap me in the middle of broad daylight from a bakery?
From bakery? No. No. He didn't kidnap you from anywhere. I deposited you with him.
Oh, so you kidnapped me from a bakery. It's instead of, you know, the usual thing, we're walking up and saying, hey sister, follow me, you knocked me out and abducted me. What the fuck?
To be fair, you were unconscious when I found you.
Really?
Yes, it seems there were a couple of rather robust little cretins who thought smothering you with chloroform on the way out of a bakery and then trying to have their way with you was a good idea.
No, that's generally not a good idea.
Yes, especially not when her older sibling was around to introduce them to rather a large number of bullets. Silencers are a wonderful thing.
I'm still trying to figure out why you dumped me with some random flunky who took me into a cave.
We were on the same assignment. I was supposed to go get supplies. I found you at the same time because, well, I have rather specific places I can't go quickly. Saw you get almost, you know, molested in a back alley by a couple of idiots. And while you were unconscious, I took you back to him, told you to wait, then went to go get our extraction team early because, well, we were there. We had it in sight. We almost had that stupid, bloody piece of fucking armor. Because, well...
What suit of armor might you be referring to?
The Stonehoff piece of shit the dog's wearing.
Oh, yes.
We only had to do it ourselves because your stupid little cretin friend that couldn't keep the damn bracelet on! Excuse me?
Arvin mad.
You know who did that to me?
No need for name calling.
No, there's plenty of name for name calling and explosions.
Not yet, anyway.
No, yes! This is perfect time for explosions. He's evil. Stop dilly-dallying and blow him the fuck up!
Jonna has a plan. I think I know what his plan is.
Oh, hold on. I gotta stop you both for a second. Right now, Padmo's the devil on Jonna's shoulder. Surprisingly, Zayako is the angel. This is a really funny mental image.
Blow him the fuck up!
No, she's going somewhere with this.
No, I don't care. Blow him up!
It's like Kronk's. It's like Kronk's two angel devils. Like, and I can do this. No, he's going somewhere with this. It's exactly that. No, just blow him up. Oh, this is great.
Blow him up and move on with your life. He's clearly cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yes, actually, they're rather... Well... I don't actually know how the fuck he did it, but he did it and he was supposed to keep doing it. After that damned airship went down. You know about that too? What do you take me for, a buffoon? I didn't get to where I am with it by being stupid.
I imagine
he
he
then
got there by a
pauses
lot.
very sharply.
I'd say he got there by a lot of dick sucking. There it is.
I don't know, so far you've admitted to having a hand in basically every bad thing that's happened to me so far in the last couple, while. So...
Jonna, as you say that, you notice him start to reach for one of the guns.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
I don't care. And dex check from Arvin. Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
See, I told you to blow him up!
Well, to be fair, until Arvin started questioning him, it was going perfectly fine.
I don't care,
And
just
then
blow him
he
up!
said the wrong thing, and Arvin got mad.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why we don't have you interrogate.
Who, me?
Yes.
Let's see.
My precious
I-
little murder hobo.
You're worse than I am.
At this point, I'm not so sure.
Yes!
Listen, I'm chaotic neutral, not chaotic stupid.
Arvin just got shot.
Well, things are happening. I had to roll some other stuff because he definitely lost that dex check. He lost that to
Are
see
you
who reacted
sure?
first. Yeah. Although it probably should have been initiative, not dexterity. Whatever. Close enough. Same modifier. But fortunately for Arvin, as Jonas takes out the gun and shoots, he misses by like a hair, and Arvin retaliates with a ray of frost. Boop. Which does just manage to hit Jonah in the chest. And now, boop. I need initiative.
Sigh. Damn it, I had an idea and I realized it wouldn't work.
I'm loving this popcorn.
Right?
Why'd he gotta roll well on his fucking initiative? His music is also no longer fitting. Doop. We need something different. Something... Where is it? Where is it? Ah, there it is. Here's the old classic. Looking at the now slightly ice-covered armor he's wearing, he sort of sighs. Shouldn't have let my temper get the best of me. Whatever. And he's gonna take 3 shots at Arvin because he's a fighter.
Clearly, considering all the ammunition he's got with him.
Well,
Oh,
also,
baby.
He has a great sword on his back, so.
Mm-hmm. Well, of those 3 shots, 2 hit. 4. Ooh! It's a total of 23 points of damage to Arvin.
No, it's not.
Oh. Here's the HP lost by triggering effect.
Now that was just uncalled for.
Let me just mark this down somewhere else. That
Why
he
are
has-
idiots shooting off fireworks?
Good question, I don't know.
Leftover fireworks.
Okay.
People are idiots.
Well, I have other things to be doing. And if you're not going to help, well, I have better places to be. Also get... As he just starts backing away towards whatever he was looking at. Oh wait, he can only get this far because Arvin froze him with ray of frost, so he's slower. Now that frost is over, Arvin is no me gusta what has just transpired, as you can likely imagine getting shot would do to someone. So... Wait a minute, where was it again? Okay, it was up to there. He's going to sprint forward. Bonus action. Activate one of his runes. This time with. As he runs past you, you watch a rune glow on each of the daggers he's now wielding, because he's got one in each hand right now. And water starts dripping from each of the blades. As he activated his water rune. And he's going to make 2 throwing attacks with his shadow dagger. 1 and 2. As after the first hit, into Jonah's shoulder, and then poof, back in Armin's hand for the second one, poof, other shoulder. What the? Armin doesn't say anything, and now it's Jonah's turn.
Blow him up.
Ran.
Children, sit down. Just press this button real quick.
Oh boy.
Freaking work with me here, game. Thank you. On both of them. I can, if I use a higher level spell slot, I can choose extra targets.
You have that cast as a first level.
It doesn't give me the option to move it up.
Oh.
The DC's higher because I burned my other 4 staff charges to make it that high.
Well, you restrained both of them. Or, well, you restrained Arvin. But you watch as something on his left arm flares, and the chains on the spell just shatter immediately. He used legendary resistance.
Mother bitch!
Where are you off to in such a hurry?
Away from here.
After you came all this way, what's the hurry?
Claudius isn't known for being restrained.
Unfortunate.
At the end of your turn?
Well, unless I want to light him on fire, yes.
Do it!
It wouldn't do anything. He's
Are
not
you
gonna
sure?
die to a firebolt.
Do it anyway!
He's taken 17 plus 15 plus 15. He's taken 45 damage so far from just Arvin. He doesn't look that terribly wounded by it. Like, yeah, it hurt, but he's still going, so...
Give him a new burn scar, the fuck!
Tori's over here encouraging violence.
I don't trust him farther than I could probably throw him. Padma was there, she'd be kicking him in the shins and trying to get her scarf in unmentionable places.
Well, yes, see, there's the dilemma. Lighting him on fire isn't going to accomplish anything right now.
Catharsis.
Well, I guess since I couldn't get both of them, I'll just dismiss Mage Chain in my turn.
Okie dokie. Oop. Now it's his turn. One, two, three. Takes 3 shots, 2 at Arvin, 1 at Jonna. Only 1 hits both of you because he rolled a 19 to hit for 1.
Yeah, now he has to die.
Yeah. He rolled a 27 total to hit Arvin and a 20 total to hit you.
Well, he hits me. Now he has a very angry wizard to deal with.
Jonna, you take 12 damage, and Arvin takes 8. As he proceeds to continue trying to get the hell out of here. And I'm gonna have to move you two guys back because I can't get him off the map. So you guys are gonna have to be moved down about to here-ish. As he's still like trying to get the hell away from you guys. His turn. Motherfucker. Before running forward, Arvin is going to cast Glacial Blast. Whoop! On this man. Plus... Ooh, that's high. Oh wait, that was the wrong... That was the wrong thing. He does not make that save, so now he's even slower and much colder, as Arvin again is going right up after him. And it's your turn, Jonna.
Quarter to 10.
Oh, baby. Where exactly is that aimed? Hmm.
Well, technically the square behind him, but I can't draw on that. So.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Okay, then. Let's see, does he make that save? No! As just a wall of fire cuts across the path behind him, and he just starts... Ugh! What the hell? Fuck.
You really shouldn't have shot me.
Doesn't hit, unfortunately. I just sort of...
No, but he has to have a very bad time to go anywhere now.
Not quite, because part of why you missed, and also, as a result of you damaging him with, Wall of Fire, he, as a reaction, casts Misty Step, and disappears.
This is horse shit.
Should have set him on fire earlier.
It's now his turn. You can't see him, even though he's still there. Jonna, you just here? You should have kept better company, dear sister.
You shouldn't have been a dick.
I wanted to applaud.
And he's done his thing. Now it's Arvin's turn. And Arvin has no idea what the fuck. He just looks back at you. Can I run through this?
Yes.
He's going to try to run through it. I mean, not put him on the same spot where I left that token because I can't move him further off the map. And once Arvin disappears through the wall of fire, there's a moment, and then you hear a shot from over the other side of it. He's gone! So let's just turn that off because we don't need it anymore.
Going to pick up my phone hand that was ringing earlier.
It wasn't tugging on you like it was like ringing. It's like someone was like trying to like gently pull you away from the situation you're in. It kept going up until Arvin and Jonah started attacking each other, and then it stopped. Because I didn't mention that sooner. There's a pause before suddenly you hear, "Oh my gosh! Okay, I heard what happened to you? What just happened?"
Who's talking to me?
It's Soraya.
Oh. Things.
What things?
Very annoying things. He's not dead.
I kind of reiterate what things. Right before I tried to reach you, I was keeping an eye just in case, and I couldn't see or hear anything around where you were.
Let me just put it to you this way. You ever heard of the Lower Berg?
On one hand, I want to like sass you for asking the goddess of knowledge if she's heard of that, but at the same time, oh no.
Yes.
Oh, I need to go make some other conversations with someone doing things and make sure he gets off his ass and is actually helpful this time and isn't heckling people. And then just abruptly click.
Lovely. It's not often one can say they flustered the goddess of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's also not often one finds their dead brother consorting with demons. Lovely.
Set Arvin's HP back up.
Later, aren't I?
Heroes after expecting the twist to be their Steven spawn.
I have not even begun to Shyamalan.
You're much better at it than he is, so take confidence in that.
Woohoo!
There's a tiny Lalafell Dark Knight in the Prince outfit running around. Yeet!
Arvin's gonna start walking back and watch him put the daggers away. He starts like you see him looking at it and flexing his left hand a little bit. And looks rather annoyed at things as he's like staring at it. Fuck.
I just have to set the world on fire.
I'll take what is Jonathan's theme for 500.
I was thinking more an actual song literally called Set the World on Fire by the Black Veil Brides. Love that song. Well, we might want to hurry back. That was Arvin, by the way.
Since you asked, I have to share.
Oh boy. You have to share her theme song.
That's one of them.
Let me see this.
And before us, the Barbie girl song.
No. A very, very fitting name for that song.
Right?
Well, let's just get back to this map. While that was happening, the bus got to about here-ish. Or no, closer to say here.
Oh.
Well, that's certainly one of the worst family reunions I've ever seen.
Oh, I have a feeling I have a worse one coming my way later. I'll cross that bridge and burn it when I come to it.
Oh, that's what you thought I was doing, Ren.
At first, when you tried to pull me away from the party, I'm like, okay, this is what he's doing. And then I was horribly wrong.
Oh, you bitch spider, my uptime.
I'm so proud.
What?
That uptime talk.
Okay,
Making our way downtown.
Oh god, a mimic. I should not have hit blood for blood.
At least the damage taken increase isn't so bad anymore.
No, but I still popped it in the low HP and there was no healers around me.
Well, whatever. Let's not carry on with that thread because we're gonna derail things a little too long, Ren.
Yep.
Arvin pulls out his phone and looks at you. He's like, "Should I call them, let them know to come try to pick us up?"
Or we could just meet them there.
I've only got one more teleport left in me, so we'd have to hoof it rather a long ways. And we're trying to keep up with the bus.
I mean, not necessarily.
What do you mean?
I can fly, can't you?
No.
Oh. Well.
I can fly, can't you? No.
No.
I mean, I can get us there. It might just singe your jacket a little bit.
I think I'll be fine.
Suit yourself. Might as well then.
Call them up.
Well, you don't want the magical flying fire taxi, so sure.
I mean, if you're offering a way to get there quickly, by all means. I just, well, can't fly myself.
That's fine. Because this spell doesn't say I can't pick people up.
Oh boy.
Who wants to be saved by a giant angry firebird?
Oh, fun.
This lasts an hour. Let's do this shit. I'm a firebird. And since I have sculpt spells, the fire pulse doesn't hurt him.
And let's speed things up a little bit, shall we? And he uses his last level 4 spell slot to cast Dimension Door, because I miscounted them earlier, because I'm an idiot. And it gets you guys... Whoop.
Ren is like Ponyta.
I'm basic. No, actually, I'm Moltres right now.
I am a flaming Moltres!
Yeah, as he says that, he puts his hand on your shoulder, and then whoop, you're back in the city now.
And suddenly, he's touching a firebird.
Like, well, okay then. As whoa, I assume you just start flying off, carrying his ass.
Yep. Firebird twins.
Oh no.
It's a really good spell. I love it.
It is really nice.
But while that's happening, on the road trip after Armin and Chana just like boop, teleported out. What's been going on with you nerds?
Oh.
Have you all just been like patting Celestine while you guys are on the road to the crazy shop?
Basically.
I mean, I have been.
I've been petting Celestine and Dimitri because I have two hands and I have two things I want scritches.
Pupper is getting two pets from two people.
I am absent-mindedly petting Griff.
Sebalt is happy. Or Dimitri.
And at the same time, I'm trying to gain some intel on the location, like what are the surrounding buildings, kind of getting the lay of the land, so we kind of
Google searching.
Yeah,
smartphone.
So we at least kind of know what we're walking into as far as like layouts and
roll an
stuff.
investigation check with advantage because you're in the city, and thus you probably got the address at least.
Investigation.
Oh, good job.
I found blueprints, I found floor plans, the dark web's an amazing thing.
No.
Wow, Katsura Craigslist really is on the up and up.
Yeah, you find, by all accounts that you're finding online, it should just be, well, like kind of a mom and pop shop almost.
Okay.
Like it's not a, it's big, but not like franchising big.
It's not a big box store by any stretch of the imagination.
No, it's
I'm
like
not
maybe
walking
twice the
into-
size of the average GameStop.
I was gonna say I'm walking into an Ace Hardware, not a Home Depot or Walmart.
Yeah, no, this is a. Yeah, this is not a super big supervisor shop. It's
It's just other relatively similar sized shops and maybe a house or two surrounding it.
It's in a shopping section of the city, like one of several. Like it's there's some little branch stores usually along a street or whatever, or right outside a mall. It's about one of those. It's called Black Sheep Magic.
Bah, bah.
Black Sheep Magic.
Yes.
Is there any specialties that they deal in? Like anything that might raise a red flag? Like, we deal in necromancy.
Because of the role, there's nothing overtly necromantic. But there is a warning, it's is there's a mention the standard disclaimer by most magic shops: we do not deal in spells that can raise the dead. Necromancy is still a school, and there are more spells than just there's there is necromantic stuff that doesn't kill people or raise the dead, but the ones that do that shit is typically frowned upon and not typically sold, and stores that are on the up and up and have a website online you can find on Google.
Yeah.
I
was just using. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say Padma's leaning over Zakia's shoulder. Cute little place.
Yeah, the logo, the little logo is a cartoonish black sheep with a little wizard hat.
Aww.
And holding the wand in his mouth.
That's adorable.
It'll be mildly less adorable if we find what we're expecting to find there. It does have some good ratings, though.
So maybe when things aren't being blown to shit, it's a very nice place.
Yeah, one thing you see on their... One thing you also note on the search, and this is just some incidentals because you fucking got a fucking crit. One of their popular things is something that's popular because they also have a few little simple magical bits and baubles for parents to buy their kids while they're trying to get something fancier for themselves. And one is it's one of those those hug me dolls that makes a noise, and it's just a little magical sheep. It's just a little mascot sheep, and you hug it, and it bleats, and then you hear a little magical noise meh.
Oh my god, oh, my brothers would love that. It would drive our parents up a wall, but they would love that.
The sheep
mental note.
the name of the sheep mascot is Jeb.
It's a good sheep.
How many? This is out of character. How many brothers does Padma have?
2.
Okay. That was the extent of what I was doing.
Okay, Ren. But also, as this is happening, Skara, your phone goes off. Text message alert.
Okay.
And you look at it, it's from Snack!
Cool. What's it say?
So, because you sent a text to, hey, gather up, guys, Snack's yeah, give me a minute, I'll be right there.
Oh, it's one of those replies.
Yeah.
I hate those.
An automatic response.
No, it was actually typed recently. It doesn't look automated because it's a little misspelled, like quick can, like he's doing something as he's typing this. So it's like, oh yeah, give sec, be right there.
I'm assuming it's sarcastic, right?
Probably not, but it comes out.
It's text.
It's text, you don't know.
Scar assumes it's sarcastic.
I put in the D&D, the Roll20 chat. That's how it looks. Give sec, be right there.
Okay.
It is then followed up with a traffic sucks. Following traffic sucks is a photo of Sneck riding on his scooter, and it looks like you'd assume Sneckbot's the one taking the picture because like Sneck is stuck behind like a bunch of fucking cars. He is also wearing a cape you don't recognize.
Sneck got some new duds. Beep boop vroom beard there.
Beep boop vroom beard there. Good work, Sneck.
You'll be okay for that.
I'm gonna drop this in the Discord because that blessed image came out on my Twitter feed.
Oh no, someone spilled all of their puppies. Cal.
What?
Look at the
Puppies.
Discord. Look at the Twitter thing, Tori link.
Aww.
Someone spilled their puppies.
They're so cute and chubby.
But anyways, a few moments after that, it's about, because that was all while you guys were still, while the whole conversation was happening. About now is when Padma, your phone goes off.
Okay.
Text message from Arvin. Shit was weird on my way to the store with Jana. Might be a little bit.
Okay. Okay, apparently John's little escapade resulted in some flavor of weirdness, but she and Arvin will be back soon.
As you say that, instead of following the second image, by the way, flying is weird, and there's a picture of like Arvin over some, like, look, the picture is like Arvin looking up at Jana, who looks like a fucking phoenix right now.
Padma's only response is, I could have sworn you'd gotten flying on some of the bigger birds.
Follow-up comment, it's weird when the bird is carrying you like a person. And then another, so yeah, wait for us outside, please. Yes, as that is happening, they are slowly numing their way after you all. The bus keeps going a little bit faster because it is a bus.
If I don't get to die, you don't get to either. I like that res macro. It's one of our astrologers because my party has 2 astrologers.
Okay. So another about half hour after the or well, 20 minutes after the from the text from Arvin is you guys are closing in on the place, but you're kind of having to stop because like there's a bunch of it looks like a bit of a traffic jam now, but the cars ahead, you took a moment, all the cars ahead of you are empty.
Well, let's get off and jump over cars then.
Well, you also understand there's another potential reason why, because ahead of the cars you see what looks like a police blockade.
Well, shit.
What are you shitting? We told them about it. Or what's his face told them about it.
I wasn't here for the past 2 weeks.
That's
yeah,
true.
as you guys were leaving last place, Rick, before he gave you the info, he told the cops. Because he is a reasonable technomancy man. just reasonable technomancy things, even if he does know Finger of Death. But to be fair, who wouldn't love to flip off an enemy and kill them?
Right?
I know. That is a male, alright, using the succubus horns.
Sexy. Yeah, I'm gonna get off the bus and proceed towards the blockade on foot.
Same.
Yeah.
Assuming we can't get any closer with the bus at this point.
No, there's, again, a lot of,
Right.
parked cars, and it's like about a decent ways up. And there's also, as you notice once you get out, because you can now kind of hear it, you can hear a large crowd of people, surprisingly.
Maybe they were shopping.
That you guys have stopped. But as you guys leave the bus, you get a Padme gets another text from Arvin. It's I can see a pretty big crowd and a lot of cops around the ring of what I'm assuming is where we're going.
Yes, I
Are you
would
guys
land
already
it.
there?
We're walking up to it. I would suggest the landing.
Yeah, is can the big pup wait up for us by the bus? We'll meet up with him
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, okay. Celestine, they want you. Arvin and John are coming. They wanted to know if you could wait for them. I don't know if he's paying any attention.
Cal? Cal?
What's that?
Padma, not Padma. Arvin and John are on their way here. They were asking if you could wait by the bus for them. They're coming
Sure.
by air.
So they need someone to flag them down.
I'll sit by the bus. I'll tie a piece of bright ribbon to my tail.
Yay! Good dog. Padma gives him a good scratch under the. Gives him two-handed ear scratches.
Yes.
Excited boof. Okay. Well, that is going down. Okay. So as Celestine, gets his tail all ribboned up and is just sitting by or on the bus, either could happen because he is a big boof and he is resourceful, I am sure. So assuming the rest of the party is the ones going first, so that's Eleanor, Skara, Zakio, and Padma?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that because I didn't get response from everybody. But anywho, as they're getting closer, it's surprisingly, equal parts, civilians, like, being ushered around by like what looked like some medical professionals or rescue workers, a few like not even cops, like actual soldiers at this point.
Well, I mean, we're dealing with localized terrorists, so I'm not surprised.
Like, you can still hear in the distance, gunfire and a few, like, far-off explosions. But they're very distant comparatively to when you guys were on the other side of town.
Yeah.
And it's a thick cluster of people. Like, you're not fully sure you can easily navigate this without, like, just knocking people over.
And we're at the edge of this crowd, and we pretty much got to go through it, don't we?
If you want to get up to the cops, so you can be like, "Hey, we're Mercs here to help," then, or you can try to flag down a cop or a soldier.
I will do the latter.
Flag down a officer. Roll. Actually, no, you wouldn't have to roll anything because I assume you're just like waiting to actually roll perception to see if you can spot a cop who's not like knee deep in 30 people.
Yep, John. 16.
As you're like scanning the part of the crowd you're by, after a moment you catch sight of a like sort of snake kind of excuse me, pardon me, coming through. Sure, excuse me. There's one soldier type guy coming out of the crowd. And fortunately he's coming in your direction.
I'm trying to think on the fly what I can yell at him here. And my screen whited out, so I'm refreshing. I'm not going away. And I assume this big crowd is rather noisy.
A little noisy, like you couldn't hear what he was saying, but then he does like, because while you're like mulling it over, he does like pop out of the crowd and like, and then he like starts looking around.
Hey soldier, we're a group of mercs here to help. What's the situation currently?
He doesn't hear you, does catch sight of you, like trying to like wave him over, because he can't hear you because he's right next to a lot of people.
This is true.
It's a little suspicious, and you see him like kind of look like he's gonna get ready to like grab his rifle, but he starts like walking up to you.
I just try to maintain a very non-threatening posture as he approaches, because I don't want him shooting me.
He stops about 10 feet away from you, and you can actually kind of hear him. Who are you lot?
We are a group of mercenaries. We're here to help.
Mercs, oh, that's actually a good thing. Oh, fucking hell. 1 second. He like takes a step back to you guys. He's still looking at you, but you see him like start talking on his radio to someone. And he's around now. Doop. That Jonna and Arvin finally catch up to Celestine, who is being a boof by the bus.
Yay.
Once Jonna sits him down, Arvin walks over and scratches the top of Celestine's head. Thanks, big guy.
No problem.
Well, let's go catch up with them, shall we?
Indeed.
Celestine, you're also on the sly. Arvin hands you a strip of beef jerky.
Yes.
Boof gets a snack.
Just a heads up so you know how everyone's going to react when I get there.
Oh, good to know. You've got about 20. You've got actually about like 5 minutes left on that by now.
It lasted an hour.
My mistake. 25-ish minutes left.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Fair warning with that though. You cannot exclude everyone if you start walking through this crowd. So
I didn't say I was gonna walk.
She's gonna be dramatic and fly over it.
I just dropped off Arvin. I'm not landing.
Your common sense tells you that's a bad idea.
Are we having a hard time getting through this crowd?
Or do you want to get shot again?
Soldier Boy's gonna help us. The soldier we fought.
He looks like he's having a hard time himself.
Well, hold on. At the moment, the only ones by Jonna right now are just Arvin and Celestine.
Yeah, we're talking about the crowd.
Okay, I didn't
radioing
hear your initial
someone.
question about it.
He was asking.
Can I try to make everyone make a hole by being intimidating? Screaming to make a hole.
Well, it's a lot of panicked and potentially scared and or nervous, aside from the few like crazy, you know, gawkers amongst all of them. It is still a terrorist attack on a city.
So what you're saying is it's a good idea, right?
No. Scaring people to make the fucking Red Sea of People part is never a good idea.
Well, I have intimidation, not calming down as a skill. I don't know. What even would that be? Persuasion, I guess.
Probably, yeah, to like try to, you know, loudly part the crowd, but
No, I'm not gonna do that.
yeah, but hold on. As after a second of Celestine, you know, guiding Jana and maybe Jana and Arvin, because I don't know if Jana is still like enough to just fly over everything, or if she's gonna actually deign to land and grace the mortal ground with her feet again.
Fine, I'll land.
Why am I the last one of my alliance alive?
F. Okay. As they walk up, the soldier like kind of looks up, looks at Giacchio. They with you?
Yeah.
Right. And then he looks back at the thing. Alright. And he like gestures. All y'all follow me.
Follow.
We do that.
He takes you a bit around the... Rather than through the crowd, he takes you around the crowd. It's a surprisingly large amount of people, but then there's also... You can see what looks like the on the scene headquarters for all this shit. So it's like, you know, the big mobile, like the drivable, just set up HQ thing that like unfolds into a cool prefab futuristic thing, because Magitech is awesome like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And as you guys approach, one of the dudes like close to it kind of like looks at the soldier and like sort of flags him over quickly. They talk and then they motion for you guys to follow after a second.
Follow.
As they do that, Fenless.
Yeah.
So Darian, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Can you do that for me? Because I'm currently on the other PC for a second.
Okay. It's a good thing your wisdom save is proficient, but watch as this goes horribly wrong anyways. Oh, nope, never mind. You're the best, though.
Yay!
24.
Yeah, so don't even worry about it.
Beautiful.
A thing would have happened, but, well, because of that, it doesn't. Although, you don't know you didn't know in character that you needed to make that save. Okay.
Why you do this to me, Roll20?
Is it still being a little bastard?
The map whited out again.
What the fuck?
I don't know what's going on.
That's so rude.
It is fucking rude.
Mm.
Oh well.
Okay. Now I got some water in me. Fucking hell, my throat was dry. Once you approach, there's a large number, like clearly the commanding officers. However, you enter on an interesting part of the conversation. one of the guys, he's a stockily built, like very thick, like Manro looking kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not quite that like actually tall and bulky, but definitely more towards that scale. Like between Manro and Highlander, male Highlander, about the middle point of that.
Okay.
And he is a, what is this? Where is he on my notes? Fucking hell. I have him on my notes. Ah, there he is. He is a, I forgot that. He's an elf.
Buff elf.
He is a very swole elf, yes.
What steroids do you use, and can I have some?
No. To both questions. But you walk in as he's saying, it's a lucky thing when you guys from Dragon Roar was here, and he like looks over at you guys. What, these are the mercs who called in?
We're connected to Dragon Road, though, sir.
And you look, there is a guy with the Dragon Roar insignia on his left arm, and he's like, he wasn't looking in your direction before, but now he is. He's he looks like he's in green, like almost Mega Man-esque armor, like X-Series Mega Man.
We haven't seen this guy before, have we?
No, actually, hold on. I believe I have a picture of him somewhere on hand, readily available. Is it on here? Do I have it on? Yes, I do. I have. I'll put it in the D&D Discord. He looks roughly boop like this.
I've had 2 wipes to Ozma.
Oh no.
Both times I was the last person standing.
Aww.
Well, you're best by default, so.
Right.
But yeah, that's the guy in there, and he looks at you. Seems surprised, like. And as he talks, you can definitely tell this guy is all. Because there's that rather familiar semi-metallic minor reverb to his voice. Didn't know the boss hired new guys. Who are you?
Bit of a long story. Nice to kind of sum up the events to him.
Oh, you give him the TLDR. You're like on tap mercs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ah, oh, you're that lot. Okay.
We're the auxiliary unit.
I wouldn't put it that way because you're not actually on the payroll. You're just, on the preferred list. But whatever.
Semantics.
Not really. They all like, whatever. You're here to help. That's the important part. We're the group that was helping Dr. Yanis over at the Sky Lagoon.
Yep.
Yes.
Double good because he vouched for you. And well, there's good news and there's bad news about the current situation, if you want me to keep it short.
Alright. Give us a bit longer story. What is the good and bad news?
We'll start with the bad just to get it out the fucking way. Bad news is we can't get into the fucking store.
Because lockdown?
Lockdown wards, that place is, for what should ostensibly just be a mom and pop shop, is surprisingly well fortified.
And the good news?
The good news is it won't keep us out of there forever.
What kind of time frame are we looking at to either break through or find a way around?
Time frame's looking like he looks over at a screen behind him and adjusts it slightly. Fucking hell, really? I thought they were better than that. God damn it. Well, it's longer than I thought it was, because they said they'd give me an estimate on when they'd get through. And well, that estimate is not exactly inspiring confidence in how well this could go. Given how it's taking some of our best about, well, he turns the monitor towards you, says 10 hours on it.
The fuck?
It's gonna be a little while.
Are you drilling through the ground or something? Or how are you guys exactly getting in? Or are you just trying to muscle your way through the wards?
It's a little combination of all of it. Because we gotta get through however many goddamn bloody wards they've got set up. We've gotta get through the actual security grates. Then we've got to get through whatever the little basic bitch security is underneath of that. Because there still has to be some for just, street level shit. And it's only given that because they can't scan inside. Like, either because of how many wards are there, or wards within wards, on top of wards, ward fucking bullshit. There's so much just crap keeping us out. Like, we have no way to know what's going on in there. We've got the blueprints, we've got the layout, we got everything about that damn store. None of this should be here. It shouldn't be able to put up, like, several... God, is this 9th level magic?
Do you have teams perhaps trying to look into finding secret entrances? Because
absolutely.
With this level of security, there still has to be a way in and out.
Oh, trust me, lad. It was the top of the list. And, well, that's actually our way in, and part of why it's taking so long. Because, well, the secret entrance is just as fortified.
Rude. They've got something in there they're hiding, then.
They're hiding some serious shit in a fucking cute-ass mom-and-pop shop. And I love that little sheep, but seriously, what the fuck? The Dragonor guy, like...
Anything we could perhaps do to try and expedite the process?
And if you want to try firing off different flavors of magic you may or may not have it at your... Because even if it doesn't work, well, you got enough time to nap to get it all back.
And they got enough time to potentially escape. Because I'm assuming that's not the only secret entrance.
It'd be stupid if it was, but it's one we've found.
Any promising leads that need checking out yet?
What was that, Ren?
I was gonna ask if they've figured out what sort of wards they are. Or if it's just a bunch of, like, generic wards.
Well... What kind of wards? Hold on. There was a... Let me see, they have a list. He's, like, turns the monitor back towards himself and then just, like, starts, like, thumbing through it. Because it's, like, a touch screen. Oh, bloody hell. Well, the, experts are saying it's at least 3 9th level wards.
What variety?
That's incredibly excessive.
Well, that's the thing. They're not sure what sort of wards because, annoyingly, one of them is interfering with their ability to identify the spells. Like, divination's not getting through, basic sonar ping's not getting through, it's just coming up as dead air. We're not seeing anything inside that building. Like, guy's out there as a cleric right now, and he's trying to see if he could invoke like the wisdom forger to like give him a heads up at all, and he's not getting shit, and he's been trying a lot because it doesn't take forever to get a hit, especially not for like, hey, what's inside this building? If there's someone who would know, it'd be her. I think it would be.
I assume you've also had teams trying to brute force their way through the wards, trying to. As you
we've got brute force, we've got brute force, we've got dispellers, we've got everything going right now, and they still gave me the 10-hour estimate.
Have they?
And it, oh
found the
fucking
ward?
hell!
What
God
is it?
damn it! They just tacked up the time by another 20 minutes.
Have they come across any spells that are particularly effective against these wards yet? Obviously, dispel and stuff aren't working.
Well, they've tried. Well, there used to be about 2 more layers of wards, but the guys in the field already used their best stuff to get through those. And now we're just dealing with what we couldn't brute force through with just simply, you know, dispelling magics.
This is gonna sound really silly. Have you tried just blowing it up?
He's like looking at the screen as you like see him like very seriously considering what you've just said to him.
So I mean, we do have a variety of magic. So if they're weak,
nothing else is working, why not just try to blow them up?
we'll see if a particular element of certain type of elemental magic is maybe more effective on them.
And the guy like, hold on, lad, I'm gonna stop you there for trying to tell me how to do my job. I've been doing this a lot longer than you have.
Also,
Not trying to tell you how to do your job. I'm just.
You're listing off things we've already done. If you could think of it, we did first.
Apart from blowing it up, apparently.
Well, yes, because, you know, wanton destruction in a civic space is usually the first thing the peacekeepers try to go for. But at this point, like, I'm seriously considering just fucking blowing the place to Kingdom Come, because this is stupid.
Let's put it this way, if there's 9th level spells in place, whatever they're hiding is not worth Peacekeeper route.
Well, that's why the military's here.
What the fuck, Cal?
What do you do? Oh my god.
oh, she's so cute. I'd rescue that princess.
I'm disturbed.
Same though.
Mildly disturbed. Anyway.
I'm on both Tori and Kel's side of this equation. Boof! Fluffy boof! Anyway, Kel's trying to distract me with cute things and the disturbing cute thing, whatever. We're moving on! So on one hand, would like to not blow it up because it is still, by all accounts, just a nice place. I've been in there myself! I've seen the inside of the store. So it's like, I've met the owners, they're nice people. So it's a dilemma because, like, I know that these people done nothing wrong the entire time they've been here. Like, spotless records, everything, the whole 9 yards, all above board. And I don't want to just, you know, destroy their livelihood because some fucking asshole terrorist, like, maybe broke in and took over the establishment and just had them held hostage. Along with any number of people who might still have been in there doing shopping.
Now, when you say flawless, you mean flawless, not the too good to be true kind of flawless that might raise a flag?
No, like the average kind of flawless, like, you know, the occasional, like, you know, speeding ticket, noise complaint. Not like, you know, squeaky clean, they should, like, probably divinity in disguise or some bullshit in, like, a story. No, like, average people with, you know, acceptable levels of, you know, like, little bumps in the road.
Alright, fair enough. Again, not trying to tell you how to do your job, just trying to rule out all possibilities.
No, I feel you on that one. I'd be concerned too if it was that spotless. What about you, Mercer? You got something? The Dragoner guy, like, now identified as Mercer, like, have you got...
No relation to Matt.
No.
I came named me years before.
I named this guy before I knew Matt Mercer was a voice actor, I'll be honest. And Mercer is his first name.
Just making a joke.
I know.
Actually, have you guys tried anything with animals?
Animals?
How do you mean, Padma?
He looks up like familiars, druids, that sort of thing.
Scritches at
Familiars.
Dimitri.
Oh, little guy like that. Hold on, I'll actually check just in case, because I personally hadn't considered that, but one of the mages might have. Let me check. I know at least a few of them have some rather faithful hounds as their familiars.
As he's doing that, I'm looking at Padma. What are you thinking?
Mercer at this point, like, while you're looking at that, I actually answer me this while you're looking at that. What sort of dispelling routes are you going for potentially brute forcing it? Like, just straight up, abjuration magic, shaped anti-magic charges, anti-magic fields, that sort of thing?
Padma
Nice.
looks at Zakio. It's like, if these aren't designed to keep out animals in the city, I was wondering if Dimitri could find us that entrance. And how to get through it.
The elf, like, little miss, I like the way you think, and we've actually... Oh, excellent. Alright. We actually have two guys with some of the detection... Some of the mages in the mage division have the familiars out looking around for that thing already. So we've got guys on it at the moment. They're scoping for any spots where, the spells, little incantations might not be perfect. Thanks for double checking with that, though, so we might have a faster way in, but that depends on how well the search for the little pooches make is. As for you, Mercer, looking through, he slides a second monitor. He turns over towards the monitors and is now looking through two of them. Let's see. We got... Well, if there's an explosion within the next 10 minutes, it's the guys trying to use some shaped charges to see if they can't, just straight violence their way through some of the wards. There's... Oh, damn it!
What?
We had to... One of the guys put in a request for someone to potentially just drop an anti-magic field on top of that facility, and the only guy we have on tap who can do something like that is about 2 days out.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so...
Could you...
There was that plan a little...
Take me to where they're working on them wards in that secret entrance?
Don't think there's enough room for you to fit in there because they're already kind of jam-packed. It wasn't that big of an entrance. It's like maybe 2-person hallway, and we've got, I think, 10 guys working on that end. Like about 2-person wide. He gestures with his arms, so probably a little cramped.
Just figured I would ask because I assume you're using, I do this in air quotes, standard equipment. I happen to have an WOTTyssey forge, and I was thinking maybe...
A what?
Why would you say that?
Arvin's like, don't worry about it. He's a little... It's been kind of a rough day. Right.
Got another stupid question for you. Your men, safe to assume they're all Zal.
Some, yes, not all. As well.
Have any of the ones who aren't Zal tried simply walking through them?
Yes, that's how we discovered the wards in the first place. One of our guys is in critical condition because of it.
Okay.
Well,
Sometimes
actually two, because
people-
one of the Zal tried to go through thinking he could get through the same way, and he is also now missing his left arm.
I brought up...
Sometimes people in a rush and they're like, "Oh, we're in the city for the Zal. I just need to make a keep out Zal," and they forget that other people can walk in.
Fair thought.
On a related note, that's why I brought up the dog thing. Do they know your mages have dogs?
Well, they had to be at least... Well, most people
Because
know about
they-
mage units. I'm not sure how aware of the intricacies they are, because...
They would
Well-
still expect police dogs, though, trying to sniff about.
Yeah, police dog, at least the basic dogs, not someone's familiar or anything. That's I think why they're trying. That's why I think. That's why old Zed and Jeremy were trying to sniff around with their little boys.
But they wouldn't suspect a griffin.
Your little friend there.
Mm-hmm.
Hold that thought for now. I'm just gonna make sure what I've got on everything at the moment before we set about, throwing in any new plans. Because
this is also true.
Trouble.
Right, I forgot to check in with the druid. Thank you, sir.
Anytime.
And he looks over you. Hey, wait. You from one of the courts in Cavalli?
What of it?
Just asking, because there's a few guys in town like that, and some of them are here helping out.
Well, I am at your service. Whatever.
Which court?
Actually, that is a good.
Court of...
I am the Dreaming Court.
Ah, Dreaming Winter. Okay, so same as the other guys going through. You wouldn't happen to know how up on the up and up these two guys are, and he pulls up a couple of pictures, and you know both of them.
Do I know them well?
Of the two, one is a halfling woman. The other is a. What was the other guy? Fuck, he's on the list. Where is he on my list? Shit! God damn it! Well, how do I lose track of NPCs?
In the meantime, I'm just resting my hand pensively on Orzal. It's like,
Okay.
Can Orzal pierce this? Given he is an Odyssey forged, so he's quote-unquote specialty equipment.
Do
I mean,
suspect them of anything?
by broad definition, you're not wrong there, but hold on, let me fucking... Where the hell in the notes?
Paza leans over and bonks Orzal lightly, or Zaki lightly. If you're planning what I think you are, make sure you're not surrounded by people, because if that backfires, it'll be bad.
Good point.
Ah, here it is. There he is. The other guy is a...
Like, my dodging.
He's a dwarf. So, halfling and a dwarf. Dwarf guy's like... He's got a beard that's like kind of scruffy. You knew him a bit, because he was a bit... Fuck. God damn it, why did I scroll away? Where the hell was his name?
I tried to type /Sid and almost typed in /Dio.
You tried to sit, but it was me, Dio!
I don't know how I managed that.
You're like trying to sit in a chair and then she'll at the back of the cushion just boop into Dio's face. Haha! Okay. The dwarf was a guy named Philip. Pretty, jovial guy, kind of a heavy drinker, but then, well, dwarf,
He's a dwarf. What else would you expect?
Drinker. Bit of a fast talker. Surprisingly charming for a dwarf.
That is surprising.
You say this because, like, he was almost like all the bitches Glasses Platinum Edition when he went to a bar.
That is very impressive.
He was a very smooth talking dwarf.
I approve of this dwarf.
He had a bit of he had a favoring for some of the other druids had like a favor for particular animals to wild shape into. In his case, he went for like large reptiles, like alligators and such.
I like this dwarf.
Oh, he's a dino boy.
No, I just remember Loch Ness Fenless.
Loch Ness Fenless.
But yeah, his name was Philip. The other was a the halfling lady. She was she was like the mom friend. Like she would always show up at like the main congregation for your little crew, and she'd like show up with like homemade like melon bread or whatever. Like just just the friend who shows up with like snacks for everybody like every so often. And her like favored wild shapes were large birds.
That sounds like me, apart from the size.
And her name was Andrea. But they were both, very good people. often annoyed by your boss Virian a bit, but then well, you notice a minor theme the last time you were around, like in the last few years since you were around there. Virian annoyed a lot of people. He did his job well, but boy was he starting to get annoying.
One of the shrines.
So do you relay that to
I do indeed.
Okay. Right, thank you. Okay, so they are... Well, that's good. Like, to put this in perspective, they were in, like, a couple cubicles over from you in, like, the office part of that building you worked at. And don't ask me why there's druidic cubicles, it's just a thing I came up with.
Well, if they're that close, they should recognize the scent of my tea. That I'm currently drinking.
Well, they're not, like, in the room, they're, like, doing stuff right now, trying to find a way in.
It's good tea.
New minor nickname you had around the office, Tea King.
Kettle Lord.
But back to the task at hand. What exactly would I need to do?
Well, that's the thing. I'm still making sure we got everything okay. Ooh! Oh shit!
Hmm?
Wild shape, not a good shape shifting, not a good idea. Just got to report back. Your buddy Philip there, he got tased pretty hard trying to go through. He's okay, just, a lot of electrical burns. So, maybe not, like, turn into a critter and try to put your face on it.
Well, we have... Okay, so out of character for a second. I do still have the animal summon, I think. If not,
conjure animals?
I think so. Or I'm confusing myself. But if not, I can still speak to Kel's pet. Does he still have the other dog?
No, the dog.
No, the other dog was Eleanor's, and it was a astral. It was a
Okay.
It was a summon that she was in control of, and it was kind of smushed. But you do have a conjured animal still.
Yeah. So do you want to? Would there be an issue with trying that?
Well, I'm just making sure we've already gone through the list of checking it first, because I'm not the best at coming up with cunning plans. Just like the basic instruction was like, think of the best thing you can do and report back if it works or not. So I'm trying to make sure someone hasn't reported back that like trying to summon a bear to get through the door would work or not. Just, save you the trouble. And he's like a bit more frantically looking through, because like, fucking hell, can these people shut up with all the updates? Don't need it every 5 fucking seconds. Okay. No. Oh, damn. Okay. Okay, I missed an update from the Familia guys because a bunch of them are trying it. One of their little pets almost got poofed back out of this plane of existence by one of the wards, so they've accounted for Familias too.
Hmm.
Is there a warded area that isn't crammed that I could try something on?
The best place to do it would probably be the front door, but that's where we've got like some of the heavier, we've got a dispelling battering ram out there as the easiest way to describe what that fucking monstrosity they've set up is. So...
It'll take but a minute. I could try it over there, I guess.
What are you even trying to do?
I have a piece of specialty equipment that they may not have accounted for entirely.
I'm coming with you, so in case it backfires, you can get patched up.
Yes, same here.
What's the equipment? I'm not going to let you do this thing unless you tell me what you're trying to do and with what.
I'm going to try and pierce it with this. My hand taps on the hilt of Orzal.
Request denied.
God.
You're going to try to stab a fucking giant-ass ward with a sword? No.
It's not just
I don't care how powerful
sword.
you think it is.
What exactly are we trying to get around?
There's like
Swords.
7... To TLDR the situation, there's
Bullshit
a
to
store
your
with like...
wards.
at least 3 highest level magic wards around it, and like a bunch of who knows how much other shit underneath that, keeping the cops and military out.
Are they spells?
What?
Are they spells?
Yeah?
Can I just eat the spells?
You have to be targeted by them and they have to do damage.
Lame. Okay.
Well,
I guess we can just leave.
This isn't just any ordinary sword.
I lick it.
Do they have... Is it surrounded by plants? like foliage?
Scar would like a long rest.
Like, I want to break this barrier, damn it.
okay, I'm gonna do the civilian approach. Padma just storms out. Goes
Because
to the front door.
I could transport
follow.
via plants, or I could animate the plants.
Y'all are being complicated. I go up and knock on the front door.
As you try to get close, you are immediately stopped by like 10 cops. Like, don't do that. That's how a dude almost lost his arm.
Oh god.
I'm knocking the
Like,
door. Oh
holy
god, don't do
fucking
that.
shit, Twin! They tried to go in the front door. That's how they found out it was bad.
Scar goes on the bus and takes a nap.
Yeah, because seriously, Twin, we're getting nowhere.
Well, the NPC did say there was like 20 hours until they broke it
10.
down.
10.
Whatever.
Oh, what does that do again?
I mean, now
And then
that
he
like,
said it's time to take a nap and recharge.
well, if Zakio still wants to ignore them and try to just poke through with his sword while they're distracted with Padma, he can certainly try now because they're now distracted trying
I'm
to keep Padma
fucking-
from touching the thing.
I'm fucking trying.
Well,
a-
there goes Orzal.
Roll to attack with Orzal then, as you just sort of run up, pull out your sword, and stab before they can stop you.
Ah!
Now what?
I believe.
Just roll an
This is going
attack.
to go
Hold on,
so
hold
Just
bad.
roll an
I'm-
attack.
I'm not just attacking, because I'm gonna try this. If I have any charges left. I can't remember. I think I had a charge left.
So you run up to the door and replica rush it,
Pretty much.
following Padma and letting her take the first wave.
Yep.
Okay.
Bad things.
I'm gonna get hurt.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Damn it. I thought Odyssey Forged would make it special. Thought I could do it with an Odyssey Forged. Dex save, you said?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh boy.
Do I need to make one, or?
No, you didn't get close enough to the door. You didn't even get close enough to the wards to try this. Zaki just sort of rushes past, and poof, there's a thunderous clap as, actually, now that you made that dex save and failed it, make a strength saving throw.
Oh,
They didn't
shit.
tell you the wall was a giant bug zapper, Zakio.
That does not make it either.
I thought it being Odyssey
Here
Forged would
comes
help.
the bad.
So,
And then leveled up Odyssey Forged at that.
9th level
as you go to
wards
swing,
are not to be
you
fucked with.
feel the blade tap the ward, and in the time you react, you suddenly see a fist like form out of the ward and poof, right into your gut.
Oh, so the wards can cast Bigby's hand. Lovely.
Well, no, it's like about the size of a normal human arm, but it just came out like about the speed of a bullet, poof, in your chest, and you take. Hold on, how
Bring
much
it
was
on,
it? That was
baby.
38 points of damage.
Whew!
And are punched back 20 feet.
Oh.
You just got knocked the fuck out.
Nope.
And the cops see that happen, and they're like, "Were you not?" And like one of them just like looks like moves up his like SWAT device. Were you not told that this place was warded?
I was
Well,
told.
clearly we're not doing any better than you are. Now are we?
You said 38?
Yeah, 38.
Ow.
I'm at 61 out of 115.
That actually kind of hurt.
Seriously though, Twin out of character. This is getting ridiculous.
I
think
You guys
Rin
are being
pretty much
stubborn
called
right
it.
now.
I think Rin literally called it.
Rin literally did call it.
Yeah, I go
Like
on the bus
as soon
and
as
fall
the
asleep.
NPC said it, we had time to like throw magic at it, then take a nap and recharge. I'm like, okay, probably should just not try to break these down.
Just thought specialty equipment would work. Oh, I'm gonna go to sleep. And I just kind of hobble my way.
You just shamble back to the bus.
Yeah, holding my gut.
Tail tucked between your legs in shame.
Yeah, because I was trying to actually wind down the session, but you guys kept going, so I'm like, more excuses, more excuses. It's like,
eventually they'll realize it's a bad idea.
Sometimes you gotta just be like, hey guys, session's over.
I was trying to get that, but you kept asking questions, and I'm trying to like actually answer them. So it's like, here's the end of the session. By the way, now that I have the moment, end of the session, please, God. Like, I understand you want to get through.
I'm just stubborn
Well,
from the point
see,
of view
this is
of
the
they
thing.
might try and escape.
I was looking at my spell list and I'm like, please don't let them break that down. I have literally nothing left.
Yeah, like
I have 2 level 1s and level 3. That's all I have.
you're better off than Arvin. Arvin has 2 level 1s. The only one who's like doing good on spells right now is Fenless.
Yay!
One spell.
Wait, I'm not doing bad.
Wait, really? Well, that's
Yeah,
still like that's still 2 casters out of like 5 out of like 2 casters out of 5 who aren't like fucked on spells right now. So
The Blaster Wizard has nothing left. That's a bad thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn off the music and like the session is being called here. As you guys, I assume now we'll hobble back to the bus to get a long rest in.
Pressing the button. Boop. I pressed the button.
My benevolence was being ignored. I felt so betrayed.
You were taking forever to get there to begin with.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I'm sorry.
The good thing is I can
Night,
actually
Lodo.
set up my
Night, Lodo.
spell. I can actually set up my spell list for Siege Warfare.
Oh boy.
Close
But
quarters
literally,
combat spells.
I was literally being stubborn from the point of view of they probably have multiple secret entrances. They're probably going to try and escape. We should probably get in there as fast as possible.
Oh no, like I understand that. Like I understand what you're going for. I also can. I'm not going to finish answering that while the stream is still going, so I'll let you close that up before I keep talking.
Yeah, I will be back. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow with some WOT raid at about... it'll be a new time. We're trying to go earlier to accommodate some of our members. It'll be at... we'll be starting at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. If you would like to know when I go live, the easiest way, of course, is to follow me here on Twitch and make sure notifications are turned on. You can also follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/JinxMcNinja, and you can also join my Discord. All are welcome to join. It's growing a little bit yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. And if you guys really enjoy the content, consider throwing a tip or a sub my way. It not only helps me out financially, obviously, but most importantly, it lets me know that you guys really enjoy the content and want to see more of it. So until tomorrow, guys, peace.